Hey YouTube. I am VSG Post Op week 69. The numbers are high weight 361, day of surgery 321.8, and today I am 194.9, so 195. So there's two things I want to talk about this week that are things that have happened to me this week that I try to stay mindful of in talking to other people when they're trying to make these decisions. One is regain, and two is taking care of yourself when you're not always mindful. So you've noticed I have a regain this week. It's my second regain. I regained 2 pounds. It's my second regain in 16 months. And both regains happened as a result of dehydration. My body isn't good at signaling me when I'm hungry or thirsty anymore, and some days I get so busy that I realize at the end of the day my hands and my feet are so swollen that I can't get my rings off, and I realize I've had literally nothing at all to drink. And the last few weeks have been crazy busy because I'm getting ready to go out of town. And I did this in December. I got dangerously dehydrated to the point they threatened to IV fluids. And what happens when I get dehydrated is I get UTIs. My bladder does not care for me dehydrating at all. And so I get all the painful symptoms. I go to the doctor, then they do the tests, they figure out what it is, and then they figure out why. And why has been twice now. I've had UTIs from dehydration, and I never was the type to get any sort of infections before. I never was really ever on antibiotics or any of that stuff. And it happened in December, and currently right now I'm on antibiotics. And so I've had to push so much fluids to try to get myself back on track and to figure out what's going on. So I don't know that I would necessarily qualify it as a regain, but the scale says what the scale says. And so I do beat myself up for not hydrating myself. It is so important. Water should always be number one. Water over everything else. Water over protein, water over fiber, water over everything else. And I know this, and so when this happens, I get really pissed at myself because I'm not taking care of myself. So, quick ways to tell if you're dehydrated according to my physician. Your fingers are the best thing to tell you if you're dehydrated. If you take your knuckle skin and you pinch it, if it stays peaked up, you're dehydrated. Do you see how the pinch stayed? So that's a quick way to check. If you pinch your knuckle skin and it stays completely pinched and doesn't start to go back to normal pretty quickly, drink more water. So now I'm going to have to be mindful of that. I set an alarm on my phone. It'll probably, I hope it doesn't go off while I'm making this video. I set an alarm on my phone for every half hour to remind me to drink, because this gets dangerous. Things happen, your body rejects, your body gets super angry if you don't take care of yourself. I'm so good about taking my vitamins and doing all that stuff, and I just let the water slide the last couple weeks. So back on track with that we go, and I'm sure as soon as everything gets back to normal and I'm back to where I'm supposed to be, the weight will come back off that I gained. So I'm not super duper concerned about it. That I do a weekly weigh-in. I weigh in once a week. I weigh in every Monday. I don't weigh in more than that because your weight fluctuates throughout the week, and I feel like it's unhealthy to constantly be looking at those numbers or looking for those numbers. So I try really hard to stick to my once a week only, no more than that. Sometimes if I know that it's becoming detrimental and then I'm starting to think about it too much, I will have my kids' dad take my scale and hide it from me for a couple weeks just so that I can get out of that head frame. I just take care of yourselves, you guys. Take care of yourselves. It's so important, and you've gone through this incredible process and you put your body through all this hell. We need to stay mindful of ourselves. Do not beat yourself up over a regain. Just get yourself back on track. Regains happen. Plateaus happen. Dehydration can happen very easily. So, I just wanted to touch on that, just to be mindful of our bodies and be mindful of our health overall. We have to take good care of ourselves and take good care of each other. If you have friends and you see that they're getting run down, they're not sleeping, they're not eating, I'm the type of friend that'll be like, hey, what's going on with you? Are you okay? Do you need my help? Like, what's going on? So don't be afraid to reach out to your friends. If somebody were to tell me, I haven't seen you drink water all day, I would be like, oh, crap. I should probably drink some water. So don't be afraid to reach out to your friends, and don't be afraid to ask for help. I still will go on my Facebook and ask questions if I'm not sure, or if I think maybe somebody has a better way or another idea of how to do something. So I just wanted to make a quick video about those two things. If there's anything you would like me to discuss, or if you have any questions or concerns or any of those things, please leave a comment below or hit me up on Facebook. My Facebook is Destiny Tafoya, and I will see you guys next week.